am Sure Sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is Righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over your son.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
This one dedicated to our...
Yes, it's finally here. The Russie's Brosis Foundation presents the official groundbreaking of the Colin Miller Sports Complex on Friday, December the 16th, 2022. Let's come meet and greet the barbecue session at the auditorium. On Saturday, December the 17th, 2022, the official groundbreaking ceremony. And don't forget the doubleheader football match between the Colin Miller International versus Emerson D. Henry Russie's All-Stars. It's a family affair. Food and refreshment on sale. To miss is to diss. Russie's Brosis to the world.
All right. Back for the final game of the day, USA versus Wales. And as usual, we are going to put up the starting 11 for you for the USA and the starting 11 for Wales. So you can look at it and then we're going to talk about that. I think they are two strong teams on paper. So let's see how things will pan out on the field. So for the USA, we have here Anthony Robinson, Walker Zimmerman, Tim Ream back in the team, Sergio Dest, Winston McKennie, Tyler Adams, Yunus Musa, Josh Sargent, Timothy Weah, Christian Pulisic. For Wales, we have Gareth Bale, Harry Wilson, Daniel James, Nico Williams, Aaron Ramsey, Ethan Ampadu, Connor Roberts, Chris Meffam, Joe Rondon, Ben Davis, and Wayne Hennessy in goal. 4-3-3, 3-4-3. The average age for the USA team is 25.3, while for the Welsh, it is 27.5. This should be a very interesting one. We saw earlier today the conclusion of the first game in that zone where what happened, if you didn't know, now you know, England defeated Iran by 6 goals to 2. And so that was the result from the previous game. If you desire, you can call into I Am Sure Sports, or you can join by clicking the link that is pinned, and you can come in and share your thoughts on this game and be a part of our live panel. All right, we should be having some guests joining us for this one, so stay tuned for that. So it is USA versus Wales, second game in this group B. All right, very interesting one here for us. As usual, we want to encourage you to like the video, share the video, and if you are not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to I Am Sure Sports. Listen, we are doing some new thing with our thumbnails, so if you like the thumbnails, please let us know, so we can know that, you know, we can be satisfied that the thumbnails are nice and easy to read, and they are attractive. Again, USA versus Wales game is should be getting on in around 15 or so minutes. What are your prediction? What is your score prediction? Who are you bringing to win this game? Is there a winner? Will there be a winner? Talk to me now. So it will be interesting to hear your thoughts. All right, I see Fresh God saying that the USA starting 11 looks weak. Really? I think this is a strong 11. I just think like the disappointment of the CONCACAF World Cup campaign is behind the USA and also Mexico, and we're going to see some good football. I just think like we're going to see some good football from the USA today, and I'm actually picking the USA to win this game. All right, big up Andrew 55, Shavan Pierre, big up to you as well. Again, people, you can tune in to the channel by clicking on the link or calling in to share your thoughts and your views on the game. As usual, we ask you in support of I Am Sure Sports to like, share, and subscribe. All right, has been a great day so far. Really appreciate all the love that we have been receiving from the fan base. Good going so far. Good start to this World Cup streaming. So I want to encourage you. The connector says, I think we can now conclude that both Qatar and Iran are beating stick, which opens up the respective groups as 3-horse race. I am starting to second guess this 48-team FIFA World Cup finals business. I think he's suggesting that the quality may but what I will say with the connector is this. when it goes to 48 teams, right, it will be tougher. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's going to be I believe it's going to be 3 teams per zone, right? 3 teams per zone. 3 teams per zone. So instead of having 3 games, you only have 2 in your zone. All right. So there'll be 3 is 16. Yeah. So, and then you'll have coming out of each group, because 3 teams per zone. So that's 16 zones of 3. No? What am I? Yeah. 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 16 groups of 3. All right. So you'll have a round of 32, round of 16, round of 8. So I think it's going to be tough. So instead of having 3 games, I think you're going to having 2. So though we may think that it will be watered down, how the format will be, it would also make it very, very, very difficult. So I think it's good, because it will be 16 groups of 3. So you won't have 3 games as usual, right? So I can't think that the quality is going to go down significantly. So some persons are saying that this is going to be a draw game. I think this one, USA is going to win this. I think what we saw in the World Cup campaign, they have passed it, and we're going to see a good performance. How is it going to be watered down? There's no way it's going to be watered down, because it's more difficult. All right, so let me ask you this. For the person who said it would be watered down, let's look at Italy, Egypt, Sweden. Those are good teams that if they were in the World Cup, it wouldn't make it any worse. Don't think it would make it any worse if those teams were in the World Cup. Slovakia, good quality teams, some of these teams. Not at the World Cup. Colombia, Chile, good teams. Norway, yeah. I mean, imagine it was 48, you would probably see Alan and Odegaard playing. Think Isaac of Sweden. So there are a lot of players. Salah. So I don't know if it is fair to say that it would be watered down. Austria had a good team as well. Some of these teams missed out, not because they didn't come through their groups. They missed out because they struggled. They missed out because they lost the playoffs. Let me say this. Imagine if Jamaica were in the World Cup and we got some of the players. If it were 48, we got some of the players who could, who are not at the World Cup. Say Ademarai Gray and some of these other players. I think also what will happen is a lot of players who now play for other nations would end up playing for the nation of their heritage, because it becomes easier. How many Winston Berger, how many World Cup did you watch when there were 16 teams? How many World Cups did you watch when there were 16 teams? A lot of people talk, how many World Cup games did you watch when there were 16 teams to determine that it was better? Tell me the last World Cup you watched with 16 teams. Tell me the 16 teams, and how do you determine that it was better? Teams were invited. They weren't qualifying to get there for the most part. Come on, man. So I don't know. There are teams that could have been added to the World Cup that would have increased the quality. Players we would have been happy to see there. Yeah, so I mean, this idea, like you had when you had 16, very good point for in Spider. So there was a time when there were only 8 teams. Should we go back to 8 because it was more competitive? You can't do that because other nations are playing the sport. Yeah, I don't agree with it. I don't think, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So there you go. The first World Cup I watched was Italy 1990. There you go. Madness you're talking, man. Man said 1990 was quality to run through. Madness that. We're not being honest, man. No matter how many teams you have, you're gonna have poor quality games. Madness that. I do not agree with you, that connector. I think that statement is not accurate. That there was quality to run through. I don't agree with you. Go and check the World Cup in 1990 again. Please go and check it. Check 1994 in the USA. The USA never played no quality football in 1994. That connector, USA never played any quality football in 1994. Go and watch the World Cup, man. And I'm done. I'm not going to have that argument. All I know is that nothing is wrong with it going up to 48 teams. Different of opinion. And I'm done. I'm done. I am God. I don't know. If we believe that there are more quality players in the world now than back then, because of coaching fields and all of these things, how can we say the quality of play is poorer now than? Come on, no, man. Use logics, no, man. Football is so systematic and data driven right now that every nation can play well. Oh boy, special edition. We get a walloping from JC, you know. So you have to go find a next team for support. My name is OUT. Outta here. My name's got beaten, man. Generally, people all across the board, footballers, right, have more available to them, right? So you have to know what we're saying. All right. I mean, I remember in 1994, there was a round of 16 game between Bulgaria and Mexico. Now, what kind of quality game? The Saudi Arabia Belgium game was the next game I can remember from 1994. There was a 6-1 game between Russia and Cameroon. Can't give you a whole of a wasted game, man. Bulgaria and Greece. Wasted game, man. A lot of joke game, and every World Cup you're going to find that. There's a Mexico-Ireland game. A lot of games were not good. Argentina-Greece in 1994. You're talking about, you see what you're saying that? Quality of game, because you're looking at, you cannot look at scoreline to determine quality of game. You see why I'm saying you just end the conversation now? Scoreline don't determine the quality of the game. A game can be 0-0 and the quality is poor. You can't use scoreline to determine the quality. Because what you're going to say, if the scoreline is far, no, I'm not. I'm Lord have mercy. I'm not quoting the scoreline. You see why we can't have the conversation? Huh? Because I think some of you guys, you always type before you listen. Listen what I'm saying to you. Watch those games. The quality. I'm giving you one who played and the scoreline. The quality of play was nothing to write home about. Look at Senegal today. Tell me which team from Africa you have watched in the World Cup that have looked more organized than them. Football is different now, man. Come on, man. The man them look organized, man. Oh, my man. Come on, man. All right. People, the game is about to start. Garrett Bale is leading. Big up that connector. Oxygen Entertainment. Listen, there's a time if Jamaica play Argentina 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, same thing with Brazil. There's a time when World Cup qualifying and people playing against the Maldives and those nations and Moldova and all of those places, lot of big scores. People, big game. USA versus Wales. I hear that USA fans are out in their numbers. I'm going to show you this, right? You know that the 1994 World Cup has the record for, I think, the most red cards in a World Cup. Yeah, check out that fact. Today support Wales. Mr. Special Edition. USA all the way. All right. Today I support Wales. Friday I support the USA. USA cannot beat England. All right. USA fans are out there in Qatar. Let's see. Star Spangled Banner up against the Welsh team. People, you need to tell us about the thumbnail, you know, if you like the I Am Sure Sports thumbnail. We're supposed to be having some guests joining us, but some persons, they can't. The Dragons. Yeah. The Dragons are up and running. Garrett Bale, Aaron Ramsey, Harry Wilson. Yeah, man, you have to tell us about the thumbnail, you know, because we're trying some new things with the thumbnails, you know. So, you know, when you get these comments, yeah. El Padrino. All the Americans coming out. Owen Green. All the Americans are coming out. Demo is out. El Padrino is out. Mr. Special Edition is out. The Americans is out. He said, hey, the man, the Americans, them can't watch the game, and they be on stream, They must be lucky and not praying, Understand me? So let's see. USA, Andrew 55 is out. All the Americans are out. They are up and running. Please remember to hit the like button. You understand me? Subscribe and share. All right. Please make sure you do that. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. We only have 13 likes. By now we should have had way more. So if you have not yet liked the video, make sure you do so. Wales versus the USA. If I feel the Reggae Boys could win a game in this World Cup, definitely. If we did get like all, Ivan Toney couldn't play, but we did get Demarai Gray and Mason Holgate and, what's Ben Godfrey and Louis Baker and Max Aarons, we would be good with the rest of players. You understand me? Yeah. I think we would have a chance to win a game, depending on what zone we are in. I think we could beat Qatar. And I think we could give Iran a run for their money too, although them score 2 on England. One from a penalty that I thought was very soft. And we played Morocco and they never beat us, so maybe we could give Morocco a run for their money as well. What? The officials are all from Qatar? So, yeah. What about the jerseys? Which jersey you see that you like so far? Wales in the Adidas kit, USA in their Nike kit. Yeah. Nigeria kit bad. Nigeria? How Nigeria kit supposed to bad and Nigeria at the World Cup? Eh? 155. How Nigeria kit bad and Nigeria not at the World Cup? I understand you, 155. Yeah. England jersey is nice. What about Qatar jersey? The jersey almost look like Central jersey. Well, say USA kit ugly bad. Yeah, we could beat USA, Mexico, and Costa Rica too. So the game is off, and Wales in possession, ball being booted upfield, still Wales in possession. Going out for a throw-in to the USA. USA in possession. Argentina and Brazil always have nice jersey. The Germans always have nice jersey too, Dest with the ball, playing it back to his center back. Ball shifted over to this left side with Robinson. Losing this one. Wales in possession. Knocked out of play. Throwing it is. Ball knocked out by Tyler Adams. The Leeds man. Oh, United States moving the ball quickly with Des. Oh, good playing by the USA. That one goes out. Throwing for Wales, it is. USA coach Greg Berhalter. A lot of early tackles. USA in possession. Foul that is on, looks like Christian Pulisic, foul by Rondon, the number 6 for Wales. Christian Pulisic needs to have a good World Cup because he has, he has been struggling to get regular playing time at Chelsea. So he really needs to, to step up. Free kick for the United States of America to be taken by Christian Pulisic. Ball played over. Poor kick by him that time, but he gets it back here. Plays it to Des, but it goes out. Poor play by Christian Pulisic there. See there, Rob Page, the Wales coach. Ball played back to Wayne Hennessy in goal for Wales. Got the playing a 3 at the back here. 4 in midfield and 3 up front. Still Wales. Back to Hennessy in goal. Hennessy going long. 1 in midfield by the United States of America. USA in control. Oh, this looks like a much better team than the team so far, than the team we saw in qualifiers. Christian Pulisic winning a corner there. So the first corner of the game, and it goes to the USA. To be taken by Christian Pulisic himself. We have Coach Swaby, who has rejoined us. See the referee, the Qatarian referee there, speaking to Rondon.
Sorry, my friend. Let me get myself together.
Yeah, man. Corner kick for the USA. Corner taken, headed out by Wales. Ball headed forward, but USA back in control. Again, the 5th minute of play. Lots of possession here for USA. Nothing yet created from all the possessions that they have had. Ball played into the box. Headed up again by the Wales defense. And headed further upfield. 1 in midfield again by the USA. All players with the exception of the goalkeeper, Matt Turner, in the Wales half. Ball played back in defense. USA really having a very good start to this game. Oh, ball played down the flank here. Well defended by the Welsh. Coming forward, knocked out. Throwing it is for Wales. Turner in goal. Still the USA. Lots and lots of possession by the USA. You can see the Welsh, when they are defending, they have 5 in the back, 3 and 2. That's their defensive posture. So giving the USA a lot of sideway passes, you'd say, but not allowing them to penetrate and break in between the lines. USA must be patient as they continue to control the possession here in the first half. McKinney.
I am liking how the US is being proactive.
Yeah, very positive start they have come out with. Very positive start.
Very
That's a
proactive.
free kick for Will. Yeah. And this is what you want. You want to come out and have this sort of positive start to the game. Get your opponent on the back foot a whole lot. Haven't seen a lot of touches from Gareth Bale or Aaron Ramsey so far. So that means the USA are really doing good. And they're also pressing high up the field.
Surprising to me that Wales, came out with 5 across the back, 3 in midfield, and 2. Thought it would have been, a little bit more.
I think it's a 3-4-3, and what they do is that when they're defending, you see it again, they have 5 in the back when they're defending, but those 2 players go into midfield when they're in possession. So I think it's a 3 at the back, and 4 in the midfield, but the players as wing backs when they are defending. If you look at it again, you see it's 3 and the 2 up front, so they're using 2 forwards. So I think it's more 3-5-2 in attack, in attack, and then 5-3-2 while defending. Yeah. But giving up a lot of possession to
behind right now. US is behind. Great chance by US. Just got behind them just now. We need a goal now, US. Here we go. Goal! Oh! 2 chances back to back just now. You'll see it in a second. One was played to the back.
Good pass in here.
The fullback.
Yes. Good. Really, really good play in here by the USA.
Hit the post. Sergeant hit the post.
Yeah. Here comes the USA again. Wide right, all the way back to, this is Dest. Ball played over the top. Down this right side, this look like where? Oh, ball played in. Oh, defender heading into his goalkeeper, cleared out. But USA back in control again in midfield with Robinson. Here he goes down the flank, still going. Still Robinson, ball played in. Head on. Oh, off the post. I am telling you that this Wales side, they have to get some possession of this ball. This is where one of those other players who wanted to play for Jamaica, but just never happened. Good stuff so far by the USA. Really good stuff. Number 24 with that Josh Sargent there, almost squeezing that one in at the near post.
It's not a yellow, ref. Come on. It's not a yellow.
Gareth Bale remonstrating, maybe just complaining because he has not seen this ball so far.
It's not a yellow. You'll see the play in a second. Man is man. US got a yellow. Des got a yellow. But it was not yellow. The referee was very quick to put the yellow out.
Yeah. Tim Ream, centre back. Coming out here wide, this look like. Instant ball played inside. Still the US, Timothy Weah. Hard tackle that time by Des. Yes, there you go. Referee says first tackle, and he gives him a card. Well, he didn't win the ball. He didn't get any touch on the ball. So that could be the reason for the yellow card.
I think because the linesman was behind the play also, but he didn't really touch the player either.
Yeah.
Again, look at this now. Another card for no reason again. Watch this play again. This referee is going nuts with cards. Although all 3 games I've played so far. Oh, yeah, that's a card. That's a card. That's a card. I just see the trailing leg. The trailing leg took out both legs. So it's a card. By Kenny.
I think because they're pressing so high up the field, they have to try and win all of these balls. And I think that means you're going to see a lot more aggression in terms of their tackles.
Yeah. Yep.
Because they're trying to win back position high up the field. Yeah, that.
This is where Wales is gonna impose themselves now with free kicks, corner kicks.
I think sometimes you have to be careful of the referees that you use in these games. Sometimes I think about that, like referee from Qatar, ref in a USA game.
Yes. We don't want to be the conspiracy theorist guys, but the truth is the truth. We're hoping for professionalism, right?
There you go. But yeah. I wonder why the 4th official is standing right in front of the USA. I just feel like the referee is going to make some bad decisions in this game. It's just kind of looking like he's going to do something wrong.
The 2 calls just now, the second yellow is a right yellow. The first one with this, I think he could have had a stern talking to him. I tell him the next one.
Yeah, because that is really first tackles.
Yeah, first tackles. Because he's setting up the young fullback now to play with shackles on. Again, Wales players keep going down, constantly rolling over. We're supposed to be tough, man.
Yeah. They've been under some pressure, man.
Yeah, man.
So I think that is what is taking a toll on them. It's the pressure that they're under. But you say really starting this game well, and they should not allow the Cards to kind of stop their momentum, because they are playing well.
But it takes away a little bit of the aggression.
Yes, well, that is true.
Takes away a little bit of the aggression.
Good ball played in. Imagine if these guys continue to improve coming into the World Cup in America in 2026, because the average age is around 25.
Very young team. Very young team.
Yeah.
Very young team. In 4 years, the age of the Dutch team and the Senegalese team, okay, they're both with 28 and 29 and a half years of age, average.
Yep.
You know, but US is boss in the game right now.
Yeah, man. Good work again by the Americans. They're pressing high up the field, and they are not conceding possession in the center of the park.
Can't take an eye off it, man. I literally can't take an eye off it right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I think the sequence of passes right now in and out of the Welsh half, maybe about 25.
Yeah, and I think the Wales players, I don't know if they come hoping that they can get some cards on the USA players, because they're just giving up possession, hoping for fouls to be called. Again, that back five is
Again, look at this. Turn it over, win it back.
but really the USA team have come out strong, playing the better football. They should be leading in every category in this game in the early stages. Just like 19 minutes in the game. Everything going for the Americans. Here you go. But they need to make much of these of all the possession that they're having. They need to make much of all of this. They can't be having this sort of possession and don't capitalize in terms of scoring.
And not getting points.
Yeah.
Not getting our shots and creating. We're keeping the ball, moving them around, but we seem to get behind them.
We have Mr. Rudolph Speed also joining the feed with us. So Speed, we have goalkeeper coach over there in the States, Mr. Huntley Swaby, with us.
Not fully goalkeeper coach.
Not fully goalkeeper coach. Just a coach that can coach goalkeeper.
Can't coach anything. Hold on, let me get this off. Here we go.
USA again in possession. You seen the game, Mr. Speed?
No, I'm not seeing the game.
Oh.
You send me the link?
For the game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me check. No, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, never know see any link for the game, man. All right.
Send them on a link, man.
Send me a link. Send me my
email. Account number too. Send them account also.
Yeah.
Send
it to your email.
Yeah, prefer watch it on my phone instead on my computer.
All right. Let me see how I can do that now. All right, let me just send it here. So let's go. What did I just do? Oh, there we go.
Where's the other Wales player?
Oh, Gareth Bale?
No, you only have 3. Oh, it's 3-5-2. One player drop off the field.
Yeah, it's 3-5-2 they're playing. So when they're defending, they go to a back five.
Oh, this was the formation that England used the last World Cup, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah. So Wales the 4 year behind.
Well, it's the same formation they used this morning also.
Yeah, it's the same formation they used this morning. All right, so let's see.
Again, US brought them down, get inside the box, get a shot off, and it was deflected. It was blocked, sorry.
But USA really, they have come out strong in this game and really playing well. All right, I'm going to send this one as well. This Wales side just don't look ready. I think they should have played a practice game against Jamaica before the World Cup to understand how the CONCACAF teams play. But I did tell people that the USA were going to get it together. USA again dominating. It's like the USA have a monopoly on the possession in this game.
Well, the truth is, when you look at the USA built up to the World Cup, they even played a second 11 in our Gold Cup and won it. So it kind of give you an idea, say, the US team, better than ordinary. I mean, Wales' best player is playing in the US.
Yeah, Gareth Bale. But he isn't. He isn't. I mean, they're finally getting some possession right there. But Aaron Ramsey is playing so deep. There you go. There he bursts out of midfield with one of his regular runs. But again, the USA winning this one. Still the USA. And Weah is really playing some good football for the USA here. Son of George Weah.
Interesting how he didn't decide to play for his country. But then it's funny how it's the same issue that we have in Jamaica where
no, but remember he wanted to play for Jamaica. he tried to play for Jamaica, I know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. May I say his mother is a Jamaican at under 17. I think what happened? Either he never made his squad or he was turned down and he went and played for the USA in the same tournament. Yeah.
No, but it's just the point I was making is that in a way, I don't think he identify with either, as I said, USA or Jamaica more than it's probably country of his father birth.
Still 0-0. We make it the 26th minute of the game. Remember, we also have some JPL games coming on later today. The mighty Mount Pleasant up against Portmore, and Waterhouse goes up against the Chopperton Maroons.
Mighty Mount Pleasant against the team that has won the title the most.
All right, haven't seen.
Who's that?
Portmore.
Oh.
I hope we can get some better officiating because there are some very spooky calls in a televised game yesterday that I will not say much about. You seen the game now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So they're working. We just want to make sure somebody said they're working.
Well, the first one worked.
Okay. But USA really looking good, and they have lots of fans in the stand. Again, I don't know if this is the surface that has been used, but even the surfaces are looking really well. The games are well attended, and see somebody there with the Rainbow Nation.
You can't stop that, though. Thank you. What I'm saying. They can't stop that.
Yeah, but the JPL games are late in the evening, so yeah. But Wales have not been able to get anything going so far in the game, right? What's the coach say? What?
Yeah, but if you look at these two teams' history, though, and this is the second time Wales has ever gone to the World Cup. They're not really a World Cup team as such. USA has gone to the World Cup almost every time. They even have a third place finish in 1950 to boot. And when you take a stat, them have 13 of the 26 players on the roster playing in one of top Europe 5 leagues. Them have 5 players in the Premier League. I mean, it should be, to me, you have to work for it, but they should be able to get 3 points. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't opened the scoring as yet. When you look at the players that Wales have, the star players, 2 of them are too aging, older type players. I mean,
but they have Dan James. Dan James was at Manchester United, still playing in the Premier League. Nico Williams is from Liverpool, Ampadu, Southampton. So they have some players. Wayne Hennessy is a top goalkeeper in the Premier League. They have some pedigree out there, Randall is a good defender in the league,
You see, both of us analysis are going to use used to when we talk about the Wales player. Them used to play in the top leagues. Yeah, they used to, but them are get on the age. I mean, Ramsey, club let him go, but right there, the same thing. So the truth is, USA is probably one of the youngest teams in the competition. So you might have a little nerves. But me expect USA for over, beat them eventually. Overhaul them and beat them eventually. Anything less than a victory for USA is a bad performance.
It's a bad overall performance, yes. But they're boss in the game right now. I think they hit the post. I don't think you saw that. They did get in and hit the post from a poor angle. Not like it was a straight up chance. It was more of a half chance. But the US do have the pedigree now to be able to say, hey, beating Wales should be something that we do regularly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think so, because Matt Turner has had nothing to do in the goal.
Absolutely nothing. I hope he stays focused.
Yeah. The Arsenal man.
When did they move? This year or last year?
This is his first full season, but this is his first full season at Arsenal.
Did he sign him and loan him out? And then they bring
when he came over, he was signed, but he came over at the beginning of the season, like after the MLS was finished.
Oh, so they signed him. Yeah, so they signed him and had him play out the MLS
season in the MLS. Yeah. So it was a part of Arsenal preseason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 65 years ago Wales playing the World Cup, 64 years ago. I mean, really a long time. I think they were in 58 World Cup.
Yeah, when I had the talent development person from Wales, they did say they had a program, that they started to qualify for the World Cup, and And a lot of the players from the Garrett Bale and Joe Allen and Aaron Ramsey, all of them came through that program and bearing fruit.
Just to tell you, I had me nervous just now in the management when you say you had a program right after Mr. Speed said the 60 plus years. I was afraid you're gonna say it's 60 plus years ago you start the program. I'd be nervous.
I mean, you know the funny thing about Wales, they are ranked 19th in the world now. That's why when I tell people all the time that
They had a good Euros. They had a very good Euros.
Yeah, I don't see why Jamaica can rank in a top 30 or 20s. People always think we're joking, but I mean, imagine we could probably find right over the world a quality team just like this Wales team in terms of quality.
But we were in the top 30.
We were 27 once, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that we could find a team as talented as this Wales team if we look hard enough, easily.
Yeah, but just watching this Wales team play, I don't think they're justifying 19th in the world.
They don't, because it's just like low block. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's just 5 at the back, 3 and 2. Look, I mean that back 5 has just been stable. I don't know.
I would prefer, Ronald, for us to be in the 30s, but have the potential to beat everybody in the top 50, the top 25. At least give them a good game, because this Wales team is not even. They haven't spent any time in the opponent half. I bring up the stats, and I'm probably their time spent in the US half is probably putrid right now. I'm gonna take a look at it. You bring it up.
Mind them have a plan, though,
I'm pretty sure they have a plan.
68, 32 in terms of ball possession. Passes.
In the opponent half, they have had 11 passes so far. 11 passes in the US half. US have had 110 in their half. In Wales half.
Yeah, and 259 passes, 91 passing accuracy. So USA dominating most of the stats.
Yeah.
You gotta find a way to get in and get some quality chances, though. And we all know they're looking to get one to Garrett Bale, and you can just push it and run past everybody. We know that. As long as we don't fall asleep back there, keep a clean sheet, chances are we will score. And I said we because I do live here and my kids are American. So if I say they, my daughter will give me some weird looks right now.
So,
yes, we're in. Score. Go Nassau. Woo! Here we go. Where? Jamaican. Half Jamaican. Quarter Jamaican. Whatever you want to call it.
3/4.
3/4, right?
Mother, we're sure.
I'll tell you a story. Way back when I was still playing and George had just retired from AC Milan. He played for Real Kerry, which is, my club. And we had a summer tournament. And I never usually play summer tournaments. I used to take summer tournaments off. And the man called me and said, Huntley, come play. We need a goalkeeper. Come play, man. I said, all right.
Hold on, let me give them the commentary on the goal.
Yes,
here's the USA in possession on the halfway line. Ball played into Sargent here, coming inside midfield. Goes to Weah, beautifully done. Oh my word, what a brilliant strike. Ball played through by Sargent Weah, using the outside of the right foot, just going to the left of the goalkeeper there, into the back of the net. The old onion bag has been cracked by Weah. Hennessy had no chance. USA won. Wales 0.
Beautiful management, beautiful.
Go ahead.
So good all day. so management, we had a game down in Boys High in Brooklyn. So when I got to the game, I went to the changing room, and everybody had changed, but in one part of the room, it was pure smoke, pure weed smoke. So the man say, "Ain't no hardware." I'm say, well, must looking at smoke, man. The George back there with a big head scripture of smoke.
The man are connected to a Jamaican man.
Yeah, man, the whole place. When the man walk out, them eye red like at the Red Sea. But you couldn't take the ball off him. Clean like a whistle, man. Had some fun that summer playing some football.
Yeah. Like somebody said it earlier, and I think that is the problem. How Wales are playing, they're setting up themselves for self-destruction.
Yeah. Yeah, but that pass that way I received, he made similar runs, you know. The player on the ball just didn't have a chance to receive the ball on the half turn to facilitate the run.
Yes.
So they went
the assist by Christian Pulisic.
Yes. So they and every time Pulisic checked in, they tracked him. You know, it was one time when he checked into that space and he wasn't tracked, and he received the ball on the half turn and just fed him.
And see they're 25.3. That is their average age, you know. Again, shows how young they are as a team. So they'll be here for the next cycle.
And remember, there's a couple of players not playing also, you know, not starting, you know.
Yeah, because you have Gio Reyna, who is also young.
Well, there you go. And Gio's a top player.
Right. Remember, though, when you tell the story, you have to be careful, because the president, you can make everybody know the president used to do, you know, next thing they use it against him in an election.
No, that's so long ago. That's so long ago, man. That's we're on them system now.
No, but he was 56, you know, he might want to run back again.
No, but that's a way back when. Way back when. Way back when, man. You know. But you gotta also remember, you know, it's when you're young, you do foolish things, you know. He's an older, more mature man now.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And one of the beauty about this, you know, he never pushed his son to play, you know. Yeah, man, never pushed him to play.
Well,
yeah, never pushed him to play. Then he would just start picking up little by little.
Well, you see what has happened to Wales now. You see, even Ramsey has come forward, because they have to. You can't play that same thing. You can't do that. That strategy is. I'm not saying that team should not defend, but man, come on.
I'm telling you right now, this US team is playing with such confidence.
I get in some sound coming through. I don't know from which one.
It's not me.
Oh, well, no.
Yeah.
This US team looks so confident right now that if Wales open up too much, you know, it could be an issue.
Yeah.
I think that's you, Ralph.
But they're not doing anything. I'm telling you. I mean, Gareth Bale, yellow carded. They just don't look. Yeah.
You have to realize this, not care how the player talk. When them go in a certain leagues, them know that them not have to be on them best day in, day out. Them not have to be on them best to play. Them not have to be at them best to perform decent. And you go in a country like the USA, the life really nice. You're probably not at your best anymore.
Yeah.
Listen, just to add to that, he was at Real Madrid and didn't take it serious enough. Right, so he coming to the States now in LA. Come on. His job right now is to keep his body weight down and just to stay in shape enough so he can play. So it don't look too bad on the owners so that they gave him a big contract.
Yeah. So they have moved away from the back. They have moved away from the back five.
No, they're still employing it.
No, but what they have done is they have pushed Aaron Ramsey up. So they have made an adjustment.
Well, them actually put 6 people in a US half. probably for the first time play game.
should we all start congratulating them because let me look again as to the next.
Yeah, man. See, they're not playing the back four. I think they're playing now a 4-4-2.
Yeah, but when they're defending the same scheme.
They're not playing. No, man. They play the change. I'm telling you, they change it up. Look, see, it's 4. See, it's 4. They're playing at the back.
I'm a little bit ahead of you, so I can't see. Yeah, no, I see it. But when they drop off, when the US gets it, they go back to a 5. They go back to a 5. I think they're trying to move to a 4-4-2.
Yes, they go back to a 5. Initially, their formation was 3-4-3.
Yes, 3-4-3. Right.
Yes.
Right. So apparently,
so you see that
they just drop out the 2 wide men to go to a 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting close to the halftime interval.
That's not a foul, man. Come on.
I think USA also was preparing for this World Cup. They thought they could do much better. Probably they're preparing for the. I think USA, this young team, is more looking at next World Cup. They want to do good here, but they're really looking at the next World Cup because that one will be in USA. They don't want to come out in the first round in that one.
And this is the first World Cup that US have a base. All the players started, 90% of the players started their career in the States playing through the academies, ECNL and MLS. Players like Sergino Des is born and bred European, but a big chunk of the team comes from the States.
Which is usually the case with all the teams that do well. All the teams that go out and try to have players that majority of the players from elsewhere. Probably the only person who probably did it well was France, but everybody else failed with that experiment.
Yeah.
In our local environment, Suriname tried it and never worked out for them.
It's a good goal. Really good goal.
Wales with the equalizer.
What?
A joke. We say what?
I tell you, over the past 15 years, 20 years ago, they did not critique the US team, They was all praise. Even when we played garbage, it was all praise, Nowadays, if they don't play well enough, man is man. Them get beaten, I would say beaten, them get beaten, Yeah, man.
Such a good pass by Christian Pulisic, Joe.
Yeah, man. Real nice pass, man. But remember, today in the Dutch game, Senegal have 2 or 3 chances to make the same pass
just and like that,
and went square.
Four minutes of time to be added on.
Where did they get that from? I think we have to readjust ourselves for the rest of the World Cup that every half is going to have at least 4 to 5 minutes, if not more.
No, well, if they give our first half 4 minutes, then second half is going to be having 8 minutes because say you make 5 changes,
yes,
each side.
Well, we saw that today. 24 minutes of additional time in total. 14 in one half and 10 in the other.
Yeah, the goalkeeper sit down a couple of times and they add on back that time. So, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. The fourth official nowadays in this World Cup is taking, precise times when players go down. But normally a change, a substitution is 30 seconds. Goal celebration is about a minute.
So they add back those two.
Add back everything to it, man.
And you'd have thought that in this hot place, they wouldn't bother with that.
But there seem to be no heat. I don't feel like I don't see where any temperature thing yet has been raised from the games. And don't look at the players, because normally you'd have water break. Because even in England in the summer they had some water breaks. And you don't even have any water breaks.
Maybe it's not. But I would have thought you might have humidity, so I don't know.
Yeah, because I see coaches on the sideline having long sleeves on.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
So it might be cool. In this game, it might be cool.
So it might be cool then.
Yeah, that might
That's
be.
definitely a card though. That should definitely be a card.
Yeah, he was yellow carded.
Okay.
Yeah. That's Ramsey, right?
No, that's not Ramsey. Ramsey is number 10. Me fam. So it's amazing them how like this entire starting 11 for the US plays outside of the US. Know that all the players right now play outside of the US. Pulisic, Josh Sargent, Timothy Weah, Musa, Tyler Adams, Winston McKennie, Matt Turner, Antonio Robinson, Antonio Des. Yeah, and only Zimmerman. Yeah, Zimmerman plays in the US. Yeah, still plays in the MLS. Yeah.
Well, the keeper just recently left, so he's also a part of that push.
Yeah, so there you go. Somebody said it's 72 degrees in Qatar and 88 in Jamaica.
It's cooler than here. And difference. There's a difference though.
Yeah. All right, so it's halftime.
Yes.
USA won, goal by Timothy Weah for the USA, giving them a 1-0 lead, assisted on that one by Christian Pulisic. And we have with us Mr. Rudolph Speed, and we also have Coach Huntley Swaby as well. I'm going to bring up the stats, and so you can look at them and then give your perspective. Maybe we should look at this possession, shots, and right.
Well, I have the stats here.
Okay, you have the stat, right? What I sent you have the stat. All right, so
yeah.
And I know you have the first map. Yeah, go ahead.
USA has taken 3 shots as against Wales 2. Wales has no shot on target though. US has 1, which scored. Possession 2/3, 67% to USA, 33% to Wales. USA made 350 passes. Wales made 180. 89% pass accuracy, which is international standard by US. Wales was at 76, which is a little below international standard. Fouls, USA 7 as against Wales 4. Both teams have 2 yellow cards each, no red card. USA forced 2 corners against Wales 1. So basically, if you just look at the stats, it's all action for USA. There's some statistics that shows once you possess the ball more than 58.5% of the time, you're likely to win. Likely. So USA has done that and probably deserving the 1-0 lead that they have. So that would be the stats.
Yeah. All right. Sir Huntley.
Yes, my brother. I'm watching the game and I'm enjoying watching the youngsters go out there and express themselves. You know, when they're that young, they're gonna play with no fear. You know, and I think the vibe. I've watched a couple of interviews with them the last couple of days, and they're very confident that they can go out and get points from not only this game but the next game. And we know who the next game is, but we're not going to stop. We're not going to talk beyond this game. I think we just need to be careful in the second half of not allowing Gareth Bale behind us, right? And keep giving them problems, because I think they're having issues building out to the back. They're much more effective when they hit the ball over that front three. That front three is not allowing them to play. So if we can keep them, hitting long balls, then it's predictable. Or back four will have a chance to always read and have a fair enough chance to deal with those things without costing ourselves in issues. The pressing is good when it's working. I just hope that we don't burn ourselves out, because that can be a problem also. So, but I trust that we have the depth, and the coach have worked out maybe another way to play, maybe drop off a little bit when they recognize that they're getting tired, and invite Wales up higher. We know they're going to turn the ball over and then get in behind them and get another one, because we're up 1 now, mean that Wales have to come out and try to play. They can't just sit back and think what they were doing is going to give them anything. They have to try and play a little bit. So let's see if we can just be calm, cool, collected, and just focus on getting the job done. We have the lead. Let's use it to get another one. If not, give up nothing.
Yeah. All right. So I see Siobhan Pierce saying that, honestly, I think we gave the USA team more trouble. That is a game in Jamaica. I would agree with you. But the game in the USA, remember, we should have gotten a red card early in that game, and we were outplayed in that game in the USA. But I don't see any quality from this Wales team. Chris Lynch has also joined the stream. Of course, he's a Liverpool man, but he can't do but wear Arsenal shirts and stuff, so we big him up nonetheless.
This is a Jamaican shirt. Man. I don't understand.
It is a Jamaican shirt?
Yeah, you don't see no Arsenal logo on it, man. Why would you do that, man?
Really? You took off the Arsenal logo?
Yeah, this is a Jamaican shirt.
You're that serious. You take off the Arsenal logo. You want buy the shirt and take off the Arsenal logo. Oh boy, all right.
I hope him cut out the tag too.
Yeah. But what is your take? Yeah, what is your take on the game so far, Chris Lee?
Yeah, big up Sir Huntley and Rudolph Speed. Mr. Speed, before we go forward, we need to know how we can support the Cavaliers Football Club. Busy Atkins cannot be scoring, and I don't have a jersey like that. We want to support the club, so you need to get the thing in order, Mr. Speed.
No, we have jersey, man. They're at Locker Room Sports, so we do have jersey. I'm not sure what method they're using to sell them, but I know we have jersey. We have replicas, similar to what the gears that we have.
There's an online store as well.
Yeah, so we have them.
All right.
I don't know how to get
him. He wore your shirt, Chris Lynch, because he did promise you.
Is it my shirt?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
What size?
Anyway, man, let's go get back to the World Cup business. Yeah. But that's the one most of the thing that on sale, because we want to support the thing, and we can support the thing basically. So, yes, Sir Huntley. So back at management now. Obviously, the USA look like the better team, Mannings. I guess they are outperforming in terms of overperforming than what I expected. I don't know. The Wales team is not in very good form at the moment, but I look at it that they played better teams over their last 5 games or so. So that's why I would think that their form was like that. They played teams like Belgium, and Netherlands after qualifying for the World Cup. They were playing good football in qualifying, like most teams do, because I guess this is a last shot for a Gareth Bale to qualify for the World Cup, and they did that. But the USA look like they're in control. Wales looking like they come to play something like Mourinho was trying to sit back and wait on something to happen. Basically, not trying to force any mistake, trying to get a free kick, a spot kick somewhere around the box, and try to make something happen. But however, that didn't happen. The USA are very young in midfield and showing that they are trying to get that second spot or even top this group.
Yeah. All right. Sir Speed, what is your take on the game?
Well, basically, one of the things about playing the way Wales is playing is they are saying not to concede and try and hit on the counter, but they don't have much people, much players who I think can really carry a counter attack from deep in their half to trouble the USA. USA is kind of playing smarter. They are leaving someone behind to make sure that a midfielder behind all the time to make sure that the counter attack don't take place. They can break it up. And if you can see how aggressive they are in fouling, they are not afraid to foul it once the Wales team look like they want to come forward. They foul twice as much as the Wales team. The truth is, the Wales team is a little bit below standard. Although them rank 19, them a little bit below standard. You can see it from how they play. I don't think them really have a plan. They're just trying to survive for a while and see if something can happen at the back. That's how I see it. England, USA should score again before the end of the game and probably win easily 2-0. USA probably just looking forward now to playing England because that's kind of decided.
Yeah. I mean, what adjustment, and this is for us where you can go one at a time. What adjustment would you make? If you're Wales, what would you do? And if you're the USA, how do you approach the second half? So I would love to hear. So if you're Wales, what do you need to do to get back in the game? You're the USA, what do you need to do when you go back out? Let's start with... Okay, go ahead.
I think the US is just going to keep doing what they're doing, like what Rudolph said, leaving that player behind so you don't get hit on the counter and don't concede too much space for them. I think stopping the play as much as they can when they lose the ball, because it's
just continue the answers for me, gentlemen.
Yeah, you just constantly gonna always lose the ball at some point. So you have defaults in what you work on to slow them down, if not stop them. All right. I think Wales, I honestly don't think Wales have the quality to really, go toe to toe with the US. I think they're probably going to come out under the same thing again, but maybe be a little bit more proactive, draw a higher confrontational line instead of dropping 15 yards after the half line. I think they're probably going to step up a little bit higher, 10 to 15 yards in the US half, try to press them. But, with all legs, how long can that last? If the US keep moving the ball and keep moving them around and shifting them around, it's only going to spell disaster for Wales. The only thing I would differ with Rudolph is that if these older teams like Wales, if the US take their foot off the gas right now, Wales can hurt them. So I think they should focus squarely on this game until the last minute. And if it ends up 1-0, it's 1-0. But the 3-point is ultimately important. But I think the US keep doing what they're doing, and Wales have to step up the field a bit more and try to play. That's from my standpoint.
Well, I believe Wales have a chance, as you know, football. We have seen stranger things happen, but they definitely, to me, would have to switch the formation and probably go to something that they know, the old time English type of football. Go to 2 center forward and hope Gareth Bale is at the end of one of them, because he will he will be able to turn back the clock now and then, you know, and score a goal. And but I think if they try to push forward too much and put a lot of people in the USA will play through the lines much easier. They have been cages so far. So if I was Wales, that would be my chance. I would have put my two best player up front and play 4-4-2. Hope for the best. But I can't see them do anything else. I could probably go to a diamond midfield because that would have given me some way to deflect the attacks them to the sides, which would make it harder for them to score. But clearly, the USA team is so young. Wales could probably score also from a set play, but I don't see them breaking on the US team and scoring, in the normal run. I just think them they came to the party, but deep down they know that they're not staying, so they're trying to do as best as they can.
Yeah, like I said, coach. Basically, Wales' best chance is looking like a set piece. But like I say, I would like to see them drop back Daniel James to midfield. And Ramsey need to get more involved in the game. If they're going to do something to hurt this US team, Ramsey has to get more involved in this game. He's not been very involved, and I think Gareth Bale has to do the same thing. He has to be getting majority of these balls that's just around the USA box. But the USA on the other hand is, like I say, they're just not looking like Wales can really hurt them. And that's how the first half has played out. Second half can be totally different based on adjustments and based on motivations of both teams. But USA will know that this game from here on is a must-win game, and I can't see them really give up points from this game after being in such a good position, basically controlling the first half. So Wales have a tough task ahead. And like you point out, Sir Speed, pushing up, I would think Wales would probably go after this game in the last 15 minutes or so, because pushing up early in this game could cause them to be behind 2 or 3 goals early, just before even 60 minutes. So they have to be careful.
Yeah. So
the game I've started back. I know it probably not have started on your side, but the game I've started again. And right off from the kickoff, Wales kick it off and the US step to them, put pressure on the direct ball and force a corner. So the US is not gonna come out and play tit for tat. They're trying to kill the game off. But also with a young team that most of these guys have played at a high level, I'm confident that the US can steer this right through to get the 3 points. Like I said, whether it's 1-zip or 2-zip, I think the US need this result. It's a need, because in World Cup play, you win your first game, you have 80+% chance of getting to the second round. So this is somewhat of a must-win, which is a must-win for us to get it done. And Lynch, I'm saying us because I know your kids and my kids are American. So
well, Wales have also made a change. Like I said, Sir Rudolph, now they're going to they took out Dan James, and they're going to basically play some long balls, because now they put on the tall man in more. So obviously that's their plan going forward. They're going to try and get some balls up there, and hopefully he can win most of them, and probably not have some or hold up play good enough to get Gareth Bale involved.
Right. So they clearly decide that enough of this passing thing.
Enough of this trying something we're not used to.
Yeah.
Go back to all colonial we are playing football. Knock it up to one, hold it off, and next one run and play it behind.
Yeah. And I just believe that what they're probably trying to do is to make the US have to start think now. Do I continue to see? Do I, keep back a couple of players, don't overload, because you know what Wales is gonna come along and try to beat the line with beat all the lines with one pass. That's really what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
old fashioned, but sometimes it work. Rarely work, but you know, you can never tell. You know, somebody make a mistakes and somebody can come through.
Yeah, the Bournemouth player who come on, so basically Wales is probably trying to play like a Bournemouth or a Southampton in the league, where they just play some long balls against. They have now basically respected that America is USA is better than them, and they're just going to try and do something different. I don't know what you think of Sir Speed and Coach Huntley, but when you look at it, you have to try something.
You have to. You have to. And you remember, you know, a poor plan executed beat a great plan not executed. You know? So they're gonna put something together and try something. And listen, it's the kind of football that they're used to. You know, I remember, you know, most people when they get under pressure, you know what they resort to? What they're comfortable doing. Right?
Right. So in coaching, you know, you have to be pragmatic. You know, try not to play something that you never coach or you can't play, you're not used to.
Yeah, man.
And when something not working, you know, it's the biggest problem the team gonna have here is time. They have to do something before the next 45 minutes finish, so they know that. So what can I do and see if something happens? If not, they have to keep the score close, because in this World Cup, you know, maybe you're lucky in another game and able to qualify and goal difference. All of these things count. So Wales can allow the USA, as I said, to push up players in a tiki-taka mode, to have 5-6 players over their half and then go behind 2-0, 3-0. You know, it don't work like that. So the coach has been pragmatic. So let's see what happens.
Rolling across, nobody. So when a team play without no fear is such a good thing to watch, man. Follow me, yes. I know you probably don't get the coverage would have, like, you know, but a couple weeks ago when we played Japan and it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. They got beaten. The press. I've never seen the press that angry with the US team. You know, last time they were that angry was when they didn't qualify for the last World Cup. Right? They were angry because they were like, you can't have all these pros and you can't really play the football that at least give you a chance to. So again, when you have young players, and you know this, when you have young players who, you know, have no fear, you can get them to say, hey, listen, you do it this way, you get result, and then see the result. All of a sudden, they become hungry for success.
Right. I believe, you know, the difference between a USA and a Japan team is the Japan team has been built also to perform in this World Cup and the other World Cup. So they have a program going through. But one of the differences is that the Japanese players would have been together much longer, from a much younger age. They would have identified them. I think they had a very extensive program, test them. They know they have some programs that tells you how the player is going to progress in a couple of years. So they would have run them through that. What happened with the USA, because the country is so football centric, big, you know, it have the 10th best league in the world, although people don't realize that the MLS is the 10th best league in the world.
Don't say that too loud, you know, people going to get after you when you say that, you know. But when I say people go after me with the same thing.
It is. It's not me say it is. It's there on paper.
The numbers.
Yeah. So what happened is that their football is more diversified. The Japanese is more close, and because of that, they are able to be putting up some really good performances. You know, so I'm not surprised. You know, when I say the Japanese play and they play against Jamaica and they treat us, you know, badly. I'm not surprised that a Japanese team could do the same thing to a US team because of their aforementioned thing. So Let us see how they do in the World Cup. I'm waiting to see if they have if they can take on the big boys. Japan, last World Cup they had a few surprises going. So that's
You
let
gotta.
us see. Yeah.
And you're right. You're right because the Japanese culture is such a regimented culture. Also, that these kids learn very early that all right, for me to be successful, I have to be this, which sometimes takes away from that um, creativity. But because they're so structured, they understand what they need to do and how they need to do it, and they execute it. And you watch all the Japanese top players, oh, they kick with right foot, left foot. You're not gonna see a Japanese player, young or old, have only a right footer or a left footer. Right foot, left foot. They head well, they pass well, they're quick, they're strong, they're built. That's just how their culture is.
And the
You know,
running, the
the
work
ball.
rate, something else.
Crazy, man, crazy. We have a kid. He just moved to from us. He went to Gachi. He's American boy, but his dad worked for Chase, and he was born in Japan, right? And speak fluent Japanese. A white kid, fluent Japanese, and his work rate, his work rate is unbelievable because he has spent he's 16 now. He spent his first 10 years in Japan. When his work rate, when he gets on the field, and we check the monitor, the beyond post monitor, he'll clock up in one game 12 1100 sorry, not 1100, 11,000 meter per game. Kilometers per game. Yeah, man, he's just one of those kids who just, and he just something that he learned because it was something that indoctrinated into him. And even the women's team also, you watch the women's team play, nobody's taller than 5'6", if that much. And they just, everything is just bang, 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 bang. They just play it so nice and simple and clean. It's it's good to watch. But then you watch the Brazilians and then you see them all over the place doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Back 54th minute, still 1-0. The USA leave. At least Wales looking to be coming forward a little bit more. Can see there's a change in shape. I think they have gone to a 4-3-3. Or at least they're playing three up front, and Dan James getting some, who was playing in a deeper role, has come forward to occupy the space on the left side, and they have pushed Aaron Ramsey out here on the right side with Bale going right down the middle. But that is going to leave some space in the back. You see now, USA on the counter, but well held up in midfield by this Wales team. But it goes to show then to me that as bad as we may think CONCACAF is, because I could also see Mexico winning games, in this World Cup, and Canada.
But it's a myth that CONCACAF is bad, CONCACAF is the third best confederation in the world, followed behind Europe and South America. Just check the performance of the teams over the last, say, 3 World Cup tournaments.
3 World Cups, yes.
Yeah, I think what people used to do that though is check how many of the players are playing in top leagues across the world.
So, I'm just talking about the performance in the World Cup.
No, man, I agree with you about what I'm saying. I think what some of them do is look at all the African players playing in Europe. But the truth is a lot of the players from Africa playing in Europe are actually born in those European countries. So it's not like a lot of them were spotted in Africa and brought to Europe to play. And who was I speaking to? Stephen Morrissey. I was speaking to Stephen Morrissey, and he said something. He says, listen, the issue that a lot of the Jamaicans and Caribbean and CONCACAF people have is that the players from Africa will come and play for less than almost nothing for a year because it's a rough in Africa. You understand me? They'll put up with not having a place to properly sleep just to play some football because they figure if they can bear that out, then they can probably move on with their career. So a player coming from Jamaica don't necessarily have to do that, because things are bad, but not that bad, you know. And he made that point, and I thought, whoa, that's something that we need to look at too. That means sometimes it's more viable, because when a player probably out of certain countries in Africa will take $200 to move over into Europe a week, a Jamaican who say, "You mad, better me turn on my yard."
Well, I there's a case that I have in my club that actually did that. The player was there. They didn't sign him initially. Them tell him to train 2 more weeks for them to assess him. And say, nah, stay him, come home. Because like his initial period was like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And
There you
the
go.
3 weeks finished. And they told him to stay 2 more weeks. Him said, no, none of that. Come
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
So it's true. It's actually true.
It's that I think a
It
Jamaican
does
players,
happen.
yeah, Jamaican players are so comfortable that they don't think they have to. What is this?
No.
Oh, free kick for the USA.
I don't think it's comfortable. You know, I just think if you're not that hungry, then you won't do it. If you're truly hungry, then you'll do it. You know,
Yeah,
if you're not that hungry, you know.
yeah. All right, but at least this Wales team, you can see they're higher up the pitch. This flat back five that they had, they seem to have thrown it out because it just wasn't working, and now they are getting more balls up the top of the pitch, trying to, you know, have Aaron Ramsey connect with Gareth Bale, and this could be leaving some spaces in the back line for Wales. But again, it is Wales on the attack and ball coming into the box, or Bale not able to take that one under control. But still, they have an opportunity into the box, headed out by the US. Still,
I'm still a bit concerned. Well, I'm concerned now because the US again way too open right now.
yes, and they're falling. I mean, that is because I think Wales have pushed up a whole lot. Again, a ball coming across, it goes out, and it is a goal kick.
What can happen is that the youthfulness of the US team has probably never seen a lot of playing in Europe, a lot of that old style approach to the game. And they could be busy trying to sort out who's supposed to do what. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it may be, you know, they didn't plan to try and close out those, press the ball at the pitch so those balls don't come in. So they have to figure it out quickly and adjust, because if I was coaching the Wales team, I would put Gareth Bale up front, Ramsey right behind him, just because they have name recognition. That's the only reason. So the USA would have to be a little bit aware of them and try not to overload when they transition into attack. So that would be my plan. To try and because
see the ball almost breaking the line there. I think the player headed that back instead of probably allowing it to go past him and go forward with it into the box.
And you know, if you know about US, they actually don't teach the players to head until them probably about 4. Is it 14? I don't remember.
You 12.
Yeah, so they'll probably be a little bit behind in heading.
Yes.
So again, that could be a little weakness for USA. You put a lot of long balls in there, you could have a chance. I'm sure the Wales people can head better than USA.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a drawback, but you have a soccer mom who did her best to change the rules. You know, can't kill her. That's what she did.
Yeah, but they're getting some possession right now, which is key. I think sometimes you have to also coaches have to understand. So you just set your team for the next 5 minutes. Let's play a 4-3-2-1 to give us some defensive solidity. Hopefully we can get some possession, and then after 15 minutes, because Wales will not be able to keep up this. Again,
I must tell you that Wales' pass accuracy is now up to 79%. USA has dipped to 88%. So Wales' possession is now 41% throughout the game, and US has dipped down to 59%. So actually, Wales is turning the screws a little. I don't know if it is enough.
Yeah.
Is it exuberance or experience? Inexperience.
Can Wales it? Oh, that was an opportunity. Could have been an opportunity.
Well, as I say, Wales is getting closer and closer to being competitive.
CC said what I think Wales should do is push Bale up front and get Ampadu and Harry Wilson on the ball more to release Ramsey and Bale. But Bale is playing up front. That's what they have done in the second half. They have actually pushed him up front.
Yeah, there's no other option. He's the only one who probably could score a goal out of nothing. And
This
then,
our CC?
Yeah, our CC.
You should ban him.
Eh?
You should ban him.
and then Ramsey, Ramsey to me now is like a 6. Look good, but it's not the same Ramsey we know.
Wow.
Definitely.
But
gentlemen, close chance just now. Davies diving header back post, keep him in a nice save.
Right, but Ramsey
US,
could really,
and I just say it, Rudolph. US, Wales put a couple of long balls in the box, and US did not deal with it properly.
Yeah.
Deal with it properly. Because heading is an issue.
Yeah.
No one attacked the ball just now. We got lucky. The ball was hit straight at the goalkeeper. You see it in a second.
Yeah, and the US has made so many movies about not getting headed and not heading nobody. I mean,
Striking out the whole football community.
Yeah, is concerned about it.
No.
And now the possession is 58% US, 42% for Wales. That
should have been a goal. That should have been a goal just now.
Yeah, they're moving out of the USA, moving out of the comfort zone for possession, which should be over 60.
Ben Davis should have scored. He headed it straight at the goalkeeper.
Right.
So you see, the first header, what happened is that they didn't win the second ball. That's it.
Why are they taking McKinney off? Oh crap! He has a thigh issue.
Another opportunity goes a begging.
And I must tell you that I was doing some stats. Oh, he did get it. He did touch it. The goalkeeper touched it.
Yeah.
I was doing some stats. Wales actually know this heading thing inside out. Most goals are scored when you have 7 players in the box. So they had 7 players in the box. They're turning the screws. They're doing everything right.
Come on. Turning the ball over again. Way too easily.
So McKinney's out. Looks like he has some sort of an injury that he's carrying.
Yeah, he's coming back from an injury also, and remember.
Yeah, and Aronson is in.
Again, we're not using it quick enough. Twice we have had a chance to play the ball in behind for Way to run onto and up not to do it. Took an extra touch on both times, turned the ball over.
Yeah, they need to settle down and still 1-0 in the 67th minute. As Wales goes on the attack again. Americans back in defense, but Wales still able to make headway here. Good work by the Americans in midfield, and this could be a breakaway opportunity. Oh, good tracking back by the defender. The Americans pick it up again. Musa.
Well, Devon, as you say, the tactic could have been perfect for Wales to employ. It's just that they haven't found anybody yet to finish off on one of the moves. So,
yeah,
let us see.
Corner kick for the USA.
There's a breaking action right now. There's a Welsh player down.
Yeah, that's a very bad twisting of the lower back. But the next World Cup is very funny because it will be 16 groups of 3. You only have 2 games. When they go to 48 teams.
I think they should have rethink that.
Yeah.
They should have rethink that.
Yeah, because what you really need is more games, not less games.
Yeah, you don't want less games. Should be more games. Should be, in fact, it should be the same amount of games, and then they give a third.
Well, the truth is, it's going to work out to the same amount of games because what happened is that 2 teams come out of each zone, so you're going to end up with 32. So it's only 1 team coming out of the zone. You go to a round of 32, knockout, round of 16, and then you get to the round of 16.
Yeah, but the team that drop out only get 2 games. That's the team you're talking about. The one that drop out get only 2 games.
Yeah, the team that drops out teams that drop out get only which is just 16 teams, which you would say is 16 additional teams.
Oh, I see why they do it though. I can see why they do it. They want to get back to 32.
Yes, so they're going to end up getting back to 32. They just
You know what people are going to say that when the real World Cup start, just like what they used to say when we went to 32, them say, well, when they reach 16, the real World Cup starts.
Yeah.
Well,
people are gonna always do that, but I think the first round to make it fair enough, I think you should go to 4 and do what we used to do when you had 24.
Yeah.
You know, get
Chris Lynch is back.
Some third place teams.
The best third place.
Yeah, the best third place teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can't say them things are too loud, you know, Rudolph and management because Chris Lynch young and they really know them time there.
Of course, Chris Lynch know 1994 in the USA.
Well, guess how I age.
No, that's the year I was born.
All right.
But we research.
You
do a lot of research and
hey Chris.
And get caught up with time.
Hey Chris, on a lighter note, we're starting a petition to ban CC.
Oh, that's very difficult. CC have a lot of burn account.
Yeah, so but Wales have really come out stronger in the second half, though.
Yes.
Yeah, man, you miss when they went away, I realized what Wales did. They put on more and Speed calculated right. Mr. Speed said basically them should go 4-4-2. They didn't go that, but now they're basically playing like 2 up front with Gareth Bale and Kiefer Moore.
Kiefer Moore, yeah.
Yeah, and in basically I got area, like you see them 2 best. You see basically when them get the ball in the box, them trying to just nod it off, basically, to get it to somebody to shoot. But yeah, USA in midfield, I don't know. They look sharp in midfield now, all of a sudden.
Because the thing there is way more, is like more aggressive. There's a lot of tackles going in on the US players. They're not getting any time on the ball like they were having in the first half.
Yeah, but the 2 things, the Pulisic and the next kid, the Sergeant, is not doing a good job holding the ball up. If you look at the US attack now, everything comes through where, you know, every time Pulisic get the ball, it's a turnover. Same thing with Russell. A Sergeant.
Okay.
So now we break forward again. Outside ball. Come on, son. Pulisic broke on the left side. Nice ball inside. And the kid missed the header.
I think USA is slowly getting back some type of rhythm though.
Yes.
Just slowly. But I thought that Wales is even when the high press in the US and forcing the keeper to kick long, will still have the edge in heading in defending
And
those
winning the
high
first
balls.
ball. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the coach should have seen it from the first, and this should have been his pride. Get it to a game that USA is uncomfortable playing.
But it's a game that Wales is comfortable playing. So why not do what you
Right.
players are comfortable doing?
Right, from first.
Exactly. You know. Yeah, I can understand the first 15 minutes you drop off and you want to get everybody mentally focusing on what we're doing, don't want to make any errors. But after that, get back to what you do best, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, these last 15 minutes probably be the most entertaining of the game because Wales think they can get something from it, know that they need to get something from it, and you like we predicted, space is gonna leave behind now. So US should try to get back, try to get one, and try to put this game away.
Another US midfielder is down that look like Musa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Look like a
Acosta
tight
was
injury.
going on. Acosta was going on is very good, solid player, solid 8. You know, he can cover ground, good defensively also, and also a little bit older than Musa. So I think he's about 27.
Some of the American-based players, so Des, Musa, and Sargent coming out.
Remember, Musa was 19, you know, the 19-year-old.
Yeah, and Des was on a yellow card, so that's a good move to take him out. And that's the side that Wales going down a lot, you know, the right side.
Yes.
So he has brought in Yedlin. I think Yedlin is going to play right side. Acosta is going to come into midfield to replace Musa.
And
right is
replace Sargent.
Sargent, yeah.
But one of the issue with Yedlin is that he's always a mistake prone. As quick as he is always one mistake prone. As one of those players who relies so much on his speed, you know, he can make it up. I'm hoping that this, 15 minutes he's getting, he can keep his head on a swivel and stay focused, stay sharp, and close the game out.
I think the longer the game go, obviously, I think advantage USA because
great break right
all
now.
those guys are
Great
really
break right now, gentlemen. Great break. Poor pass in the end. Sorry, Lynch, go ahead.
No, I was saying as the game go on, I think advantage USA because of the age of this Wales team, especially Bale and who they are expecting to get goals up front. But so I can see USA. That's why they went ahead and made the changes. I think I can see them getting back control of this game.
Yeah, I think so. This is where the youthfulness is probably going to kick in.
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm still concerned because of that, the youthfulness, and two, that Wales have recognized that what they're playing an old school football, they can get something from the game.
Devon, it depends on who are your coach, because people like Pep, one change your money make per game and two change, they not make no way for two. So you have got to decide who are your coach, and it is based on science. Some people believe that, look here, man, they must play, them fit enough to play 90, them test them. You're carrying somebody else, you might lose the rhythm somewhere because their game is a precise game. Their game is a precise space in movement. You should be getting better as the game go along. So I don't think Wales can take off them best players because I don't know what them going to go to if they take off them best players. Basically, I don't see them taking off certain players, and the USA could make some changes, but they too have to be careful because I believe if they use the same players, if you look at the stats coming back in the USA favor, it's back up to 59% possession to 41. There was one time Wales that was at 42. The passing accuracy going up back to 88%, it had dropped. So look at the tide changing back. These are some of the stats that, if you have them in front of you, you can help you make decisions. So I think they're doing well. And they probably not shouldn't make too many changes, just make sure them, because they understand what is happening so far. So for you to bring in a new USA player who don't realize that they're playing the long ball or what they're trying to do might not help. So you have to be careful with the changes.
Yeah. Have a young footballer there.
You look
commentary on the game. Yeah.
And even the second half, right now, looking at the stats again, in the opposing half, we still only have 74 passes. And the passing accuracy in the US half for Wales is 58%.
This is Brennan Johnson coming on.
Well, he gets the number 9 shirt, so.
Yeah, he's a Jamaican. I think his father played for Jamaica as well.
Who's that?
Johnson.
Oh.
You mean Michael Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think his son played for Nottingham Forest. Lots of Jamaicans at the World Cup, Jamaica, our team and more at the World Cup.
I'm told you have 24.
There you go. Because even Sanchez, the goalkeeper of Spain, is Jamaican.
Oh, shoot. Penalty. And all come down to a ball goal for a throw, and they did not react to the players quick enough to track a player. The ball plays inside, play to Gale, the Beal, and Reem diving like a madman. He doesn't need to. Beal is receiving the ball facing his own goal in the 18, and you dive in. Beal is absorbed the hit.
Yeah. Not Michael Johnson, David Johnson, yeah.
Oh, David.
Yeah.
This is the exact reason what I was saying. The ball went off for a throw. Just turn around and track a player.
And check it. VAR confirm.
Yeah, man.
I'm behind you. I'm just seeing the penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those tackles that defenders don't need to make. I don't know.
Because the man back is turned.
At this level, there's no reason.
Yeah.
There's no reason if his back is turned, just contain it.
Yeah, it's one of those tackles that you don't need to make. And I think Wales is going to take, if Wales score this penalty, obviously, I think they're going to take out Ramsey and probably put in more fresher legs now to basically,
Kick to the keeper,
what I would say, satisfy with a point here.
There you go. Come on.
Well, he has taken 5 penalties for Wales. He has missed 1 and scored 4.
No, 6. He has missed 2. One was saved. Yeah.
Yeah, he scored this one.
Yeah.
It's 1-1.
Stupid challenge that time.
Stupid challenge, man.
You see, it's the whole thing about the game, Keep it close.
Not only that, it's a pressure. Pressure sometimes causes
adrenaline, yeah.
Yeah.
No. I was more talking from the Wales side. What they did was kept the game close.
The
keeper rhythm of the USA with a different approach. And there's always going to be that 1 or 2 attack that is dangerous, no matter the level of the game. And then, when most goals are scored, it's because it's either a flash of brilliance or somebody made a mistake. So all happen. is that there was a lot of mistakes created in the USA team and caused them to get the penalty. So Wales just stayed in there and just wait for the mistake.
Exactly.
I mean, it was a mistake. It was no flash of brilliance. It's just a mistake by the US team.
A mistake. And the thing is that it's not one mistake or two mistakes. It's like
it was at least 3 or 4 mistakes they made before that occurred from the throwing. I mean, it was, they weren't marking on the throwing, and they paid the price.
Because the poor marking, all right, fine, that happened, but you're backtracking. The ball comes over. Just stay on your feet.
Yeah.
Stay on your feet.
Yesterday, I saw one of Mr. Speed players sliding in the box, and it was a penalty. The referee never called it though. The man don't touch not a ball. I don't know the referee missed that one.
I'm sure you never saw the one that he missed where the guy hands the ball in their box. You missed that one, don't?
No man, I saw that's a hands. We're talking about tackling.
No, but it's the same thing. Two of them is penalty.
No, we're not talking about the penalty. We're talking about the tackling and staying on your feet. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
I'm talking about. He did a slight tackle in the box. That's what I'm talking about.
Ridiculous. Again, another youngster, 20-year-old. That's ridiculous.
This is like Senegal giving it up in the last 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, man.
Today.
No. But you have to give the coach a little bit of credit, the Wales coach. Remember, we discussed it, and we said he had one chance based on our analysis of the game, and he did exactly what we said he should do, and he get it back. You have to give us some credit, though. We could have advised him.
Wales look dead in that first half, and basically to come out and play such a second half, based on the balance of play, I can't see. Okay, I'm not a neutral again. I wish USA would have won this one. For any neutral, based on the balance of play, I think Wales deserve something from the game.
Well, I think the US made some errors.
I think substitution are so dangerous because sometimes that's like same thing happened today with Senegal. Coyote came off, and what happened? The midfield persons weren't tracking. He was the one doing all the tracking for all the runners in the box. So sometimes you being out there, being able to talk to the players, you understand me? McKinney was doing well.
And he's their true leader. McKinney is their true leader.
So they lost McKinney and Musa in midfield. And look what happened.
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, if you see the stats now, USA has really come out of the zone where the win is almost guaranteed. They're just down to 57% possessions as against 43 with Wales. So they're really into the draw zone in where you have that possession and you draw the game. So so I would, as I say, USA, I thought took their foot up off the gas. They should have still pressed. They thought they had it in the bag. Mainly because I think the coach got the tactics wrong. He should have realized that there's only one thing Wales would have been doing at this stage of the game, and is what we described. Because if we could pick it up and we're not a pro-licensed coach like the USA coach, then he should realize that that's the only thing they're gonna do, and make up have a strategy against it. But probably he got carried away. He didn't keep the game in perspective.
He can come back in the game now because Wales still playing with Bale, Ramsey, and Kiefer Moore. That means they are not defending.
No, they need a win. Why not go for it? I mean, I'd go for it.
They're going for the win right now.
So what the coach didn't do was keep the game in perspective. He's leading 1-0, but him not penetrating as often as you would like. He wasn't, beating the back line, whenever he wanted. So 1-0 is not a good lead. It's really one of the worst. Well, 1 and 2-0 is really two of the worst.
Never a good lead. I think we need to take pull, and they're taking out the wrong player. They're taking out where?
Yeah, which is what we talk about. We're scoring there. The Welsh player would have some respect for him. They know that so they probably wouldn't want to be pushing up so much because the fact they don't want to go 2-0 behind, they wouldn't have a chance. So
Yep.
yes, you have to think all of these permutation in the second half, which is they call the pressure half. This is the half that you're coaching, you have to be making decision real time, keep your cool, have your statistics people helping you along, and take the win.
Yeah, I think the change is Dest coming off. Pepe coming on now, I think.
Yeah, it probably upset the rhythm. You probably think him have it in the back, but they have to start over when they come. Even a few things.
Having issues, man. Having major issues, man. Reams having major issues. Major issues. You're going to see they play in a couple of minutes. Having major issues when the long balls are played in. He's been managed very well with the striker that came on. What's his name again?
Kiefer Moore.
Moore, yes.
Big unit up front, though.
Big boy. And he's not afraid to use his body also.
Yeah. And like I said, Mr. Speed, the Wales coach didn't wait. It was a change right at halftime. Some coach would have waited and say, let us see 5 or 10 more minutes. It was right at halftime, bring on more. And take off Dan James that wasn't really in the game. So you have to give him credit for that.
Yeah, man.
That could have been a goal, but we was kicking the straight at the goalkeeper.
Again, you can never take out the Bale factor. Bale is once is central. He's just a problem. I mean, he's so experienced, and some of these USA players would have grown up having Bale as their idol. So, it's not like Ramsey who is just there posing. Bale still have something in him that he can.
Yeah, fresh got Dan James started the game, man.
Yeah.
This is where now, like Christian Pulisic, these guys, they don't have the character, Messi take up the game in his hand. You have that player like a Neymar begins to take up the game. Yeah.
But you don't know what the instructions is from the coach, so you can't blame the player sometimes. Maybe the coach said, I don't want you to play like that, so what is he going to do? Because right now, Wales has taken 7 shots, 3 on target. The USA still only have 5 shots and 1 on target. So with all of that possession, there's no penetration. So you'll have to start to really give the Wales team some credit for how they came back and played in the second half. They are the ones probing.
98 minutes of the game.
Yeah, 90+1. They are the ones probing, not the US. USA is just passing the ball around.
Wow, 9 minutes of time to be added on. I'm telling you, the time added on in these games crazy.
Yeah. I think somebody is timing it, not the ref on the field.
Whoa.
But remember, we're trying to go to this basketball style game where, remember somebody had proposed even 4 quarters.
Yes. Or they're trying to stop the clock when the game stops.
Yes. Well, Devon, I think the game get away from US already, with the 1-1, I don't think, it get away from them.
Yeah, this is a game that we didn't manage properly, man.
Yeah, no. And I just think, I think the coach had some preconceived idea from the US that he's going to do this at this point in time, this at this point in time, this at this point in time. That's not how the game goes. You have to manage a game in real time. Second half is the best coach usually win the second half, when you have comparative teams. The tactics have to be right. You have to keep the game in perspective. You can't. You probably want to do something, but it's 1-0, and the game getting closer and closer. So, I don't understand why. So you have to manage the game from that point. With the better players and the younger players, you should have been able to see it out. But the USA is
You're right, Sir Speed. Because now he's taking off Wilson to put on an next attacker. He's not going defensive. He's taking off an attacker for an attacker, so he's not going defensive.
Yeah, but he's playing around in the risk.
Yeah. I mean, so what would you do at this stage if you were the US coach or if you was the Wales coach? You would go for the win.
No, I'll go for the win, regardless.
If you were who? If you were who?
The US coach.
US coach.
You'd go for the win. Why I
because
disagree
the next
with
game
you?
is gonna because the next game is gonna be hard.
Now you know why I disagree with you?
Yeah.
It is most better USA take the draw than lose because Wales will not beat England no the other week. USA will still beat the third team, and USA to me can draw with England. So at this stage, why lose?
Yeah, but you gotta know that he in his head he does the work. He did the work, so he wants to go to the next round.
No, but USA will still go to the next round. You don't have to come. You don't have to win 2 games over there, really.
Yeah, I'm pushing for it, Sir Huntley. Can cast it right here. Because if US lose this game now, then basically they're out of the World Cup. They can basically call.
Yeah, but Lynch, what I'm saying, I'm not saying to throw the kitchen sink at the Wales team. No. We're still coaching to win the game, but we're not gonna start making changes to just keep the 1 point. Well, it's only 5 minutes left anyhow. So right now you have to be very careful of what you do.
5 minutes a lot of time.
Yeah, 5 minutes. If you manage 5 minutes properly, it's a big deal. I just think the 2 center backs, Reams, you can't make that mistake. You can't make that mistake. 4 mistakes back to back, and you still.
I think Wales want the draw.
No, Wales need to win.
I think Wales want to win, man.
No, because I keep seeing players going down.
I mean, the truth is, yeah, the truth is the tactics wrong from Wales now. They should try get the win. USA, to me, because they are the better team, will play England better and get a better result than what Wales could get against England. And that is why I think.
But you know what? You can't look at that because Wales, England is like a border clash, and that by itself farm goes out the door.
No.
Yeah, man. What are you talking about? Wales versus England, man. Border clash, that man. You can't tell me that, man.
No border clash.
It is a border.
England going to beat them. And the USA should be able to beat Iran.
Yes.
That's Wales' first goal since 1958, man. So border, what I would have put border out the window.
Let me say this to you. The team that Iran is going to give their hardest game is the USA. But you know that. I think I'll probably have the president of Iran probably I'll come the match. And probably I'll promise every man that I'll feel.
But the last time, I think we played Iraq. So was it Iraq we play? And Iran end up losing the game.
It's Iran.
Yeah, we end up losing the game.
Yeah, man.
Look here. One thing I know is that in this day and age, all the players
that's poor goalkeeping, man.
All the players want them stats up. Nobody's going to give Wales nothing at all. England going to beat them as bad as they can. Every player want to score a World Cup goal and bring up them stats. USA have a chance against England better than Wales. If it look like I might lose the game because the momentum is against us, in a USA mind, I would keep the draw.
All right, somebody else agreeing with me. It's a derby match, man. I'm telling you. Listen, England, no matter what England does, when they reach against Scotland and Wales and any one of them Ireland team, that is a different business. I'm telling you. They could have the 11 best players in the United Kingdom. A different thing, man.
Maybe you're right, but not in a World Cup.
It's just like USA versus Mexico, man.
Not in a, no, that's not in a 2022 World Cup match. That not going to fly. I can tell you that Sterling wants to score 5, and Keane wants to score 10, and Saka want to make him name. They're not going to ease up wheels. I can tell you that.
But Gareth Bale run by them, you know.
Run by who?
The England man.
Gareth Bale look like he run by nobody.
About 5, Gareth Bale done enough.
Gareth Bale have to show it to, just put him up front and everybody see him as a Gareth Bale. Yeah.
1-1 tie.
Yeah, this one have a stalemate all over it.
Yep, 1-1 tie.
Yeah.
When I heard it. Manager, hear me?
Yeah, man. Everybody hearing you, man.
Yeah. Now we're saying that Wales versus England has resulted in 66 victory for England and 60 for Wales. So you always know there's always a possibility.
66 wins for England and 60 for Wales.
And 12 draw. That means that them team in a draw match.
Then that may I tell you, always some close game, man. So far as we make it look like England are gonna beat them.
Yeah, because England have the better quality, but I think what personally realize this group has the most stories because you have the USA, who is a offspring of England, Wales, who is like wanting independence from England in terms of the United Kingdom. There's so much story going on. Then you have the Iran versus USA issue. So this group is probably one of the most controversial group in terms of the backstories.
It's a political group.
Yeah.
This group might
end up with a couple of red cards.
This group might come down with USA and this USA and Wales team. It's going to probably be who basically can beat Iran by more goals. I think that's where this group might be decided.
No, but also who play England best.
England.
Yeah.
I think England has the quality to beat both of these two teams. But like I said, probably goal difference is the big thing in this group.
Yeah, if England win the game beat the US by 1 goal and beat Wales by 2, chances are US going above Wales.
Yeah.
If
we look back at this game, the stats finish. We can go through the stats. Shots on target, USA had 6, Wales had 7. Sorry, shots taken. Shots on target, USA only had 1 on target, and is the one that scored. Wales had 3, 59% possession. Should have been a winning possession. Wales had 41 passes, 566. Wales had 405, 87% accuracy, pass accuracy. Wales was down at 75. USA fouled 15 times, Wales fouled 10 times. 4 yellow cards to the USA, 2 to Wales. No red card, 2 offside, 1 apiece. 5 corners to USA, 3 to Wales. That was it.
Yeah. Like I said, you see somebody just said here, we're forgetting that this is the Wales team that also went to the semifinals of the Euro. I'm telling you, I think, I mean, somebody are saying they are lucky. I don't think they are lucky. I think, like I said, the coach made some smart decisions. And the Americans adjust, yeah.
You know where the winner of the Euro is?
Yeah, back in Italy.
Yeah, man. Sometimes all of these stuff don't matter, man. Because the winner of the Euro, we know where they are.
Well, I don't believe in a football. Yes, luck. In football, luck does play a part too. It's true that luck does play a part sometimes. But if we just be dispassionate about it and look at the tactics that was employed by both coaches, because we did discuss it, USA had the better they play. But if you look at the stats too, they were not penetrative. In the second half, I think they don't take a shot to the goal after they scored in the first half. They took shots, but none of them went on target. So they were not penetrating. While so Wheelers didn't have any shots on target in the first half, but they had 3 on target in the second half. So they were more penetrating. Their possession, Wheelers was like a 30, what? It was what, 33%, and the USA, had 67% of the possession. It finished 41%. So you can see that Wheelers played much better in the second half than they played in the first half. And it was simply because of a change in tactic by the Wales coach. And you have to give him some props. It might not look glamorous because not Pep do it or some other great coach we all see every Saturday. But he did change the way he played, and it brought them back into the game. They got more passes, they got more possession, they got back a goal, which is the most important stats. And a lot of coaches should learn from this, not because you have a team that is a little bit short of talent. Every game, how it is played, you can get something out of it if you get the tactic right. And I think the Wales coach get the marks from here today. He would have gotten 8 out of 10. And
But you know what's that?
5 out of 10.
Yeah. Go ahead,
But you know
Chris.
that
Let me
Mr.
just go ahead, CC.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Speed, as you said that, I think yesterday, not to prolong, but yesterday's game with Ecuador and Qatar is the same reason why I'm saying to people that the possession of the football is not necessarily one of the biggest or one of the major key ingredients to winning a football game. Because if you notice that game, at all times they were about 14% to like 16% of the possession in contest in that Qatar versus Ecuador game. So the possession at one point in time in the match would have like 46 to 42%, with the next 10 to 12 percentage of the football being in contest. So I say that to say that Ecuador never truly had the greatest of possession in the game as in terms of possession of the football. But you can see where when they got the football, they were quick on the transition and trying to progress the football further up the pitch, like 1-2, go 1-2, take a shot, create an opportunity. So that's why sometimes when even Jamaica is playing and persons are prolonging, why we can't keep the football. My thing is why we can't like progress the football faster, quicker, and create more overloads and opportunities in and around the 18 yard and the box.
Yeah, look, you're so correct. I was trying to answer somebody that said talent, strategy, luck, and game management are often more important. But you say luck. Anyway, yeah, luck is just one match resistance. You're correct, but it does happen sometimes. I mean, and mistakes as is really even with that more possession from Wales, we never thought that they would score a goal, really. It's just somebody from the USA had to give them a gift, something that most experienced defender would have known. Okay, his back is turned to the goal. Bill is not in the shape where he could turn and shoot in one motion anymore. So just shepherd him out of the box. Basically, that's what the defender should have done instead of, just diving like he did. So, again, I am not saying that the coach is the greatest either. I'm just saying that in try a tactic and it work out in the end for his team and get a draw and set up himself to still can dream that he can qualify for the second round. The USA coach, they kept the ball for long periods, but the penetration, they didn't look like they had ideas how to penetrate it. I didn't see them trying to hit the half spaces or even playing the ball, over the top or through the spaces, or somebody pick up the ball and decide to dribble because the people had such a 5-man wall around it, a 5-4-1 type of defending, which really they block up all the spaces. Very difficult for breakdown, but you have to say that the team, USA team, did flatter the deceive a little, just a little.
But there's a key stat as well, I think I'm looking at loss of possession. USA lost the possession 36 times to Welsh 21 times.
Yeah,
of which 16 was dispossessed.
That's
and
where
20 was a turnover.
Right.
See,
So
that's
US
what I was
is
going to go
actually
just now, Mr. Speed, where in the first half, when the ball was played into Sargent and Pulisic feet, they didn't turn the ball over as much as they did in the second half. No, it wasn't just unforced errors. It was forced errors because the defenders got closer, quicker, and was more physical with them. Um, and that in turn, where no, the moment they lost the ball there, Wales, I just said, making the adjustment with the two strikers up top would hit the ball directly into those guys' feet, either into their feet or challenge US to head the ball out. And where the US was losing those headers, and then the ball would get back into midfield for Ramsey to find Beal, and they kept pushing the US back. I think the last possession, the turnovers, he had Wales, but not because of unforced, but because it's force. You have to give the Wales coach props. You have to give Wales going back to what they used to. They went back to what they used to. Make it ugly, make it physical, put the US in a position where they're not comfortable, and then hope that because they're getting frustrated, they go out of character and did something, because that's exactly what happened. They forced them into a situation where they went out of character and caused a foul. I'm disappointed in my voice because the US had the chances, even though we didn't get enough shot on goal. We only had one. We had chances in the second half when the runs were made and they never delivered the ball. They went to keeping possession going square, which again helped Wales. Because I'm pretty sure Wales' backline is much, much older than the US forward line. And the worst thing for a defensive line is to what? Run back towards their goal. Every defender wants the ball in front of them, and them can shape you where they want to force you. Except for the US now, who dive in when the attacker back was to him.
Yeah, I mean, you're correct. You're correct. I would have preferred to see USA win the game too, because I'm back in CONCACAF. I want them to do well, because when CONCACAF does well, it is easier for FIFA to give CONCACAF more spaces so we can get into the World Cup. I have to back. I have to want USA and Mexico to win. Whenever they play.
Have to.
It is best for our region, and some people might say, "Oh, you're thinking like that," but it's true. So I'm disappointed. I think the US.
They're interviewing the US coach.
Okay.
He's saying the same thing we were saying. Wales went direct, put them under pressure with the first ball, and challenge all the second balls. Are you getting the same feel that I'm getting?
No, I'm not. I'm not listening to it.
Yeah,
I was just watching.
Yeah, he was saying that Wales put them under pressure by playing the long ball and challenge the second balls constantly. And they had, like I said just now, counter-attacking opportunities, but didn't play the ball forward enough to put them under pressure.
Right. So what the USA should have done, I think they are too concerned with possession. What they should have done is anytime Wales came up, they should play them in transition, not necessarily counter, because if they hit those long balls, the Wales centre half going to be winning them too, because they're so much better at heading. But they should have played in transition and go to the races with and see what happened. They never went to the races to try and use pace to undo. Because I've seen when in the second half Wales came up and have 5, 6, 7 players in the England half. So once in the US half. So once they retrieve the ball, they should have played in transition and go to the races. They didn't.
Absolutely. Because one of the issues that Wales had in the first half was every time Weah received the ball, he was received the ball in the middle of their half and even in the final third. right? Now they cut that out. Most of the balls that we got in this half was at the half line. They can force him to come back shorter by putting pressure on the player in possession to play a shorter pass than get that long pass in behind them. But when the US won the ball back, they should have gone after the races. Use athleticism, use your youth, right? Quick combination going forward, not going sideways, but quick combination going forward, putting them under pressure. And I think let's look and see how many offsides the US have. I think you mentioned it. US had one.
One each.
That means they weren't threatening enough behind.
No.
You got to threaten behind. And you have the pace. You know, you win that ball because you're more athletic. Get the ball up. Let's go. Let's push them back.
Or there's two things the US coach could have done. He could have looked for his best dribbler and try and isolate one of the older players in the defense line one-on-one and take him on. I haven't seen a lot of that enterprising play either. Because I am sure one of those wing back is old or one of those centre half is old. Use a matter of indirect play. Get and try and isolate one of the players so they can take him out.
Let me tell you, I can tell you right now, I think the two wing backs were younger, but the centre backs are up there in age.
Yeah, right. No, remember they were using 3 centre backs basically, and 2. So I'm saying try isolate one of them with a player, with one of the centre halves on the sides. You know, try and go indirect, but try isolate one and see if they could get past him. They just didn't really.
And we know Davies is not the fastest player. I've seen him. He's not the fastest player. So you get him and players like Pulisic going 1v1 for a couple of times in this half. You know, Pulisic driving at it. It's just, I think we just took the our eyes out the prize a little bit and start panicking when Wales switch and go to what they're comfortable doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And these things happen. I think they're going to learn. They're going to look at it and come back the next one round. I'm still putting my money on them to beat England, and it's a long harder.
But they don't have to beat England.
But they don't have to.
Because I don't see Wales beat. I don't care what that stats say. I don't see Wales beating England because of the difference in quality.
I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that.
I don't see.
So they say who lose to England the smallest. But to be honest, like when I look at the English team and I think you look at the players at Gareth Southgate's disposal, I think England should be winning all 3 games with 9 points. So I think that what will come down to the Iran game. Because
England playing first after 2.
Let me check.
US.
Oh, well, they're gonna throw the kitchen sink at them because they want to qualify the second game. England is going to throw the kitchen sink at the US.
Oh, in the next part of it though, I think even though Iran lost 6-2, it's not like Iran is out. No. Because if Iran could have gotten a victory against Wales, then they would have been in it again.
Correct.
So it's not like Iran is going to be something they roll over and die in that game. So it's just that I think with even this game just a while ago when you're talking about dribbles, if you look on certain key stats like dribbles, loss of possession, shots, the Welsh team had more shots on target than the USA team. They had lost the possession at least less than the USA team. They did more dribbles than the USA team. I mean, they were taking more risks than the US team. So even though the US team dominated the first half, they became more conservative. And in a 1-goal scenario, you don't necessarily become conservative, especially when the group is like this in terms of USA, Wales, and England, where you know that the English are very difficult opponents and stuff. So you're trying to get maximum points out and to be in a winning position and give up maximum points that can be something that probably end up on aunt them. Because you have to remember, even this team, I think I don't recall anybody from this team playing in a FIFA World Cup before.
No, I
Because they
don't
never
think so
qualified
because
for Russia,
right, it's
No.
8 years since. Yeah.
So I don't think any of them have ever played in a FIFA World Cup. Separate and apart from maybe Christian Pulisic.
No, he would have played. No, he's what? No, he wouldn't have been in
No,
last
he
year.
didn't play last time.
He wouldn't have been
On
there.
their first time. It's their first time.
So you realize that a lot of them they are coming into World Cup. They don't necessarily have that experience behind them in terms of previous USA teams. Because I think previous US teams would have had the experience, given the fact that they would have been continuously qualifying for World Cups.
But the
this
one
team
thing,
right now,
CC that probably because nobody on the Wales team has ever played at the World Cup either.
That was 58 years ago.
yeah, Wales not going to World Cup. I mean, I think Wales haven't been to the World Cup in
But
ages.
the other thing is a lot of these Americans do have played in youth championships.
Yes. The World Youth Championship.
Like under 20 and under 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I guess
but
that's
only that because US have not made the Olympic Games soccer wise in a while.
But I just think like the USA is going to have a better game. Like I just feel like both of them are going to lose to England, and it just depends on how bad they lose and then how the Iran game goes. I also think that Iran is not bad. It's not a bad team. So I think Iran can beat any of these two teams on any given day. So I can see this going so many ways. Like I would not be surprised if Wales lose to Iran or the game is drawn.
That won't happen, man. It's USA or Wales coming out of the group.
All right. Well, let's just look forward to tomorrow's game because one is 5 o'clock in the morning. So I suspect.
You mean the World Cup starts tomorrow?
I think.
Okay, go ahead, man.
I think it starts on Thursday, but if you want to say tomorrow, but tomorrow we have 3 games. 3 games or 4? I think it's 4 games. I think there are 4 games tomorrow, right? Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Denmark at 5 a.m. Denmark, Tunisia, Mexico, Poland, and France, Australia. All right, those are the 4 games tomorrow.
So I just want to leave you with that. You did Acosta play in the match?
Yeah, he came on.
Yeah, he came on. Well, he's also from MLS. But so Zimmerman is the only MLS player that was in the squad, right? In the team.
Yeah, and Yedlin plays in the MLS now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But they came on. Zimmerman is the only one who started.
One that started, yeah. So I don't know if that inexperience, because he wouldn't have been at the real top. Although, as I say, MLS is still a good league. He's ranked in the top 10 in the world. But I don't know if the European. I just wanted to put a spanner in the works if it's the inexperience of the MLS player caused the downfall of the US.
All right. So somebody have in Saudi Arabia upsetting Argentina tomorrow. You want to share on that before you go, Mr. Speed?
Who?
Saudi Arabia upsetting Argentina tomorrow, 1-0.
All right. The person ask them when them dream and wake up what's going on. Something I can ask.
All right.
Don't sleep too long, they might miss the game. I mean, Saudi Arabia is ranked like about 100. And Argentina is really one of the well-oiled machine for this World Cup, one of the well-oiled machine. I can't see Argentina even skipping a beat against Saudi Arabia. I think it's gonna even be ugly. I expect no less than 3 or 4 goals to score against Saudi Arabia.
All right. So there you go.
Who scored them goal, Mr. Speed?
It don't matter. And guess what? And I predict more than 60% possession too.
Let me add to it, Rudolph. Let me add to it. Today was warm up. Yesterday was warm up. The real football starts tomorrow.
All right, Chris Lynch, you can pray for Argentina. Mal, turn off him camera.
Who?
Chris Lynch.
Okay.
Right, so
I think other teams need more prayer than Argentina. Argentina doesn't need no prayer.
All right, just also.
You already have the Messiah. How can you need prayer when you have the Messiah? What do you say, man?
All right. Well. Brazil brought all the angels.
Saudi Arabia is ranked 51 in the world, so they're not so bad. But as I said, 4 or more. I mean, nothing less. 4 or more. That's what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, man. All right, listen. Been a long day. Some good football. Harry Maguire must be mentioned. 2 assists today. One for Iran, one for Iran, one for England. You know, but yeah, it's good that because the guys who the English fans gave a warm time at the Euros. Did well today. You understand me? So that's good. But big games tomorrow. We'll go see how it goes. It's 4 games, and we'll go see if we can get some hosts. I don't know who's going to get up early in the morning. We're going to try to get a host to come on. But very good games today. And all the off the field talk are going down. I see people showing pictures of empty stadium. Listen, this is not the first World Cup where when certain teams play, stadium empty. All right, so don't make it look like it's because it is in Qatar. Trust me, it has nothing to do with that, right? Watch the game tomorrow, Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. Them Saudis, they're going to pack the stadium. Right? So, yeah, man. So we'll be back again. Oh, Yedlin played, somebody, Dean Fraser is saying Yedlin played in the World Cup before.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Yedlin all. Yeah, he probably did that.
The average age go up to 25.
Yeah. Anyways, CC, your final word, and then we'll go to Chris Lynch, Mr. Speed, and Huntley. Swaby, go ahead.
Well, so far, just as we said, so far it's been pretty, how do I say, not necessarily entertaining because you have the expected winners in terms of some of the minnows, like the Ecuador team over the Qatar team and the but I think my biggest thing though, my issue was the Senegal game. I think that's what I will speak on. The Senegal game today, where my keeper gave up 2 comical goals, right? It cannot be.
Is he a top 3 goalkeeper in England?
Listen, on his day. But I mean, there's a lot going on, and I think those 2 errors that he gave up, he would have not normally given up. And it's just a sad thing because I think Senegal should have gotten a point out of that game because they even commanded the game at one point in time. I think the Dutch team doesn't look like a team that will be scoring a lot of goals. So let's just see where they go from here because I think the Senegal team missing that money in terms of to give them that impetus in the attacking third going forward. So they might end up in a situation where they don't come out the group. That's where I'm seeing them now. I think it's going to be Netherlands and Ecuador, and possibly Ecuador winning that group.
Okay, interesting. Chris Lynch, your final word. Thank you, CC. All right, looks like Chris Lynch busy with the young footballer there. Mr. Speed, you want to go until we get back, Chris Lynch?
Yeah, well, as I say, I just found today interesting. And yesterday too. I mean, nothing to really even decide where you think the World Cup going is still up in the air as to who would be the real winner. Otherwise, some people have them sentimental favorites. The truth is, this is gonna be the World Cup of tactics. You can see starting to unfold. Don't believe because you have the best team you're going to win. No, it's not going to happen. It's going to be who get the tactic right. I mean, you have seen this tactical evolution in the club teams. So you have seen big teams go down to smaller teams in club football all over the world nowadays, especially in the EPL. You know, sometimes there's some shocker results. So I expect us to have some shocking results in the World Cup just to see it. Not Argentina and Saudi Arabia though. But so this is the I think this is the World Cup for the coaches. The coaches should be watching, learning as to go along. Don't watch it in the eyes of a spectator because this is one of the going to be the most tactical World Cup that has ever been played because this is the era of tactics. This is a tactical era in football. And I'm just going to sit down and enjoy this World Cup. So let's see what happens tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Speed. And the games are in the JPL 5 and 7 today. That's the time for the games, right? All right. Look like we lose Mr. Speed here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were still dancing me. Yeah, there's a game at 8 tomorrow morning.
No, man, I'm talking JPL, man. JPL.
Oh, JPL. Oh, yeah. There's a 5 and 7:30 game this evening. The most expensively put together team, Mount Pleasant is playing against the team that has won the Premier League the most, Portmore United, formerly Hazard. So,
the team with the most expensive footballers in Jamaica do it in the league. Cavaliers.
Well, no. Cavaliers the team with the cheapest squad and the least paid squad. It's the cheapest squad and the least paid squad.
The most valuable players.
Is the cheapest squad and the least.
No, I'm asking, are the Cavaliers players the most valuable players in the league?
No, the most valuable players is at Mount Pleasant. That squad
what's the value of Richard King?
Oh, you mean him probably value more than everybody at Mount Pleasant?
No, I'm just asking. Chris Lynch, your final word. Just give a recap on today's proceedings in the World Cup.
Yeah, man, it was some good games. Bracket is looking very good, except the USA took them, then would have all the winners coming out today. Like CC said, obviously Senegal versus Netherlands. They miss Mane. I figured that, and that's why I don't have Senegal going to the next round. And obviously England had a walk in the park. I think they overperformed. I didn't think most people expected them to come out and just be banging in goals like they did today. And hopefully that's good sign. That's a good sign going forward. Tomorrow when the World Cup starts, everyone, it's a sin not to tune in tomorrow at 5 a.m. Anyone who's found not watching tomorrow can face some serious time in prison. But yeah, man, hopefully Argentina can kickstart their World Cup in good fashion tomorrow and probably put on a display like England and probably have a clean sheet with that too. But tomorrow's game, expecting Denmark to take on Tunisia,
yeah.
Tanzania. Yeah, I think Denmark. I'm getting Denmark in that one, and I think you have who again? Mexico, Poland. Yeah, I'm thinking that's where, like Mr. Speed said, I am expecting Mexico. I always support the CONCACAF team, but based on analysis, I think Mexico can get a good result from this game. And that's a win. I think Mexico can get a win from this game.
And then there's France, Australia.
Yeah, and I think France, though depleted, but will win this game also.
All right. Sir Swaby, your final word. Thank you, Chris Lynch.
Yeah.
Well, both gentlemen, did a good job talking about tomorrow. I will not talk about tomorrow. I will stick with today because I'm the kind of guy who have watched every game in the World Cup since 1986. So I want to savor every moment. All right. So I'll talk about today. I think England came out today and did the job. All right. Set the tone for everybody else. I don't think their performance except only for the English should be running around and say, hey, look, we're going to win the cup. I think I wanted to see some different things from them in the second half because they had the game controlled 3-0 from the first half, and I was disappointed that Iran basically made it competitive and the game. The second half itself was 3-2. So we have to look at the next game to see how good they can be, because I think the US came out today and played some good football. Right? Maybe per opponent is the best football we have seen so far, and from mentioning good football, our best football so far with the US name involved is a good thing. I think the Dutch team and Senegal showed that if both of them can get their goal scoring up, because although the Dutch scored 2 goals today, I honestly don't think it was one of their better performances. They did what they needed to do to get the result. Senegal at times looked really, really good, but they're inept in the final third, right? And that would probably be their downfall going on early in this group. Hopefully, Goatmouth don't catch them and they can get some things done. But I think the 3 games today, leave you wanting more. I think the first game yesterday was not particularly a good game, but I think these 3 games leave you wanting more. Even the US fans who are walking away from this saying that we could have had 3 points is still going to look forward for the next game. So I'm pumped. Like I said, I'm not making a comment about tomorrow. Tomorrow is just, I have my alarm set already. All right. By 4:30, I'm up. All right. And I will be watching the Messiah. All right.
All right. So there you go, people. Listen, thank you. For Wicked Man Chris, people never used to have cable TV, but people had satellite dish. You ever hear Loving Dear in 1988 after Gilbert say, "Oh no, see me dish. Oh no, see me dish. Anybody? Oh no, see me satellite dish."
What must say?
Because you said that you're watching the World Cup from 1986.
I'm from Mandeville.
Yeah.
I'm from Mandeville.
So people in Mandeville, everybody down there have satellite dish. The big old road thing they put up on their place. Yeah, that's what we.
When you say Mandeville, then you understand. I'm from Mandeville.
Yeah. Right. Wicked Man Chris, everybody used to have the big old thing named satellite dish.
And I also played for Kurt Vine.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
So we had that.
Yeah, man. But thank you so much, Sir Swaby, Mr. Speed. Thank you, Chris Lynch, CC. Listen, to every person who was in the comment section, you made it worth it today, right? And so thank you so much. Please, we ask you though that before you go, to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Tomorrow, they say the Messiah play. I'm waiting until the angels come and Jesus. Right? They call him the Messiah, but I have Jesus and the angels, right, in Brazil team. That is when the real deal begins. That is on Thursday. When Jesus and the angels come with a shout, that's Brazil. so that's Thursday. All right. But tomorrow, 5, we're going to be on. We're going to do all 4 games again tomorrow. So hope you'll join us. Big up special edition. You may see Pioneer on tomorrow and some other faces that you are familiar with discussing it. I don't know if Coach Swaby can do watch along while the Messiah is played because he may be locked in. You understand me?
I will start, and if I can focus, I'll tell you I take the time.
Go on. Yeah, man. So thanks to everyone. Again, hit the like button. Big up Blue Mountain just joining. Yes, your side Netherlands. They never look convincing today, but they won the game, and that is the big thing. All right. Remember, there's JPL action. Go and check it out. That begins in around 20 minutes time, where Chapelton Maroons, they will take on Waterhouse, and in the late game, Mount Pleasant of St. Anne, they'll be going up against Portmore of St. Catherine. I am Manningsman. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, when it gets to this point of the show, we say we are over and we are OUT. out of here.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, you cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Orchard-Race, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha, yeah. Someone on for the food from we young, from we day, you need height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.